Hello again and welcome back to part 2 between Iris and Bisu. And here's where we left off. Iris was trying to break those lurker eggs and a scout coming in for Iris, but Bisu's not going to let that happen. And those sea stinks, they're doing splash damage to those lurker eggs, so they're taking them a lot. They're taking them down a lot faster than other units would be able to. That's actually pretty fast. I've never seen a Terran do that. Usually when Zerg play this map, they will go for lurkers very fast, and they can with the lurker splash damage, they are able to take those eggs down very fast. So that's definitely an advantage for Zerg on this map. Plus, Zerg get those mulisks so fast, and that's probably it. And yeah, just look at that, the eggs are popping to only one shot from all those tanks, and 4 eggs popping in one shot, so definitely that's a pretty good thing for Terran on this map. So yeah, again, I think this map might be a little imbalanced for Protoss, but again, that could just be me. A Reaver coming down is going to try to get some back shots at these units, and it was just a dud though. But even if it had gone off, that would have been a very good shot, only killing about 2 SUVs. And Iris is pushing in right here. He has broken those eggs, and Bisu really does not have the forces to deal with this. Maybe those carriers pop out in a second. Iris would not be able to do anything against those carriers right now, with only vultures and tanks. So maybe they can pop out any moment, I don't know. And missile turret going up for Iris, so he might be prepared for that, but it's not going to do much against all those carriers. And Vulture's coming in for Iris. He's going to try to do some economic harass, but he's not really succeeding. And those carriers were out for Bisu, so we're probably going to see them in just a second. That Reaver is almost dead. It's got about 10 hit points now. And yes, there are the carriers. There's 3 right there, and 2 missile turrets up, but they're going to take them down no problem. And yeah, that missile turret's doomed. And these vultures are probably going to go down too. Yes. So Bisu alive to see another day, and not really weakened all that much. And thanks to Iris, that path is open now, so Bisu can also walk through it and maybe counterattack. That would be very cool. But I don't know if Bisu's going to do that, even though that Iris doesn't have much of a force right now. That is his force. It consists of 5 tanks and 3 Goliaths. It's not the best force ever. Where are the carriers, Bisu? You gotta use your carriers, and there are the carriers. They're just so slow. He should focus fire on those tanks and just let the Zelats kill the Goliaths. But yes, it looks like that's what he's doing, but I can't tell. No, he is focusing on the Goliaths, and now he's gonna take down the tanks. 2 more Goliaths popping up for Iris though, but those carriers can take a ton of hits, and they can move and attack at the same time. One of the great things about carriers, they're one of my favorite units. And 3 Dragoons coming up for Bisu, and so he is definitely going to try to pick down a factory or 2 of Irises, and that would set Iris back in unit production. And we'll see what happens right here. It looks like Bisu is going to retreat. I think Iris managed to get up some tanks, and he probably seized them, and that's what happened. But in the meantime, Bisu is doing a Reaver harass, but that scarab we just saw was a dud. But I think he managed to kill about 2 or 3 before the commentators looked over there. And 3rd base going up for Bisu finally. So it is going to be 3 bases to 3 bases in just a moment. And an upgrade going up. I can only think it's too late for goon range. It's probably weapons upgrade 1, or maybe even weapon defense for air. But it's probably weapons upgrade in my opinion. And here was Iris trying to expand again to his 4th base, but Bisu was not going to let that happen. And definitely in Protoss versus Terran, it is, in my opinion, the most balanced matchup of StarCraft. You cannot let your opponent have more bases than you. It's not good. In fact, the Protoss should usually be about 1 base ahead, in my opinion, to be able to keep up with the Terran player. But Bisu, he's too Gosu for that. He can stay at the same number of bases as his opponent and still win, maybe. And he does have, it looks like, way more superior force than Iris does, and Iris is going for a lot of Goliaths. He is afraid of those carriers. It does look like Bisu has about 6 carriers now, but Goliaths are not very good against Dragoons, so this is not going to be good, and those Goliaths definitely can't take down all those Dragoons. And Bisu is attacking that second expansion of Bisu, Iris, his 3rd base, that's why I said 3rd, and he was doing a lot of damage, and 2 more carriers coming out soon for Bisu, so he will be up to I think about 6 carriers now, because I think I saw a carrier go down a moment ago. And Iris is building a command center in his 2nd base, so maybe he's just going to try to float it over to a nearby expansion, which is probably what he's going to do. And yes, 3 tanks out for Iris, and he still has about 8 Goliaths, and he is trying to take down that pylon. And Bisu is going to know that the force is there because that pylon can scout. And whoa, Iris has left his base, and his only defense is a bunch of mines. And Bisu does not have an observer though, so this could be bad for him. But those mines can't hit the carriers, and a lot of missile turrets though for Iris, and Iris is running all his glides back, so I don't think this attack is going to do much. And yes, it looks like Bisu is going to retreat, but no, maybe he's not. I did just see a carrier go down to a missile turret, so that's not very good at all. And Iris is forced to use SUVs and pull him off the line. And in the meantime, Bisu is using that 300 APM and multitasking. He is Reaver harassing at the same time, and I think that Reaver has, whoa, I think I saw 24 kills, but I must be reading it wrong. I don't think it has more than 10, but maybe he's kept that same Reaver alive. It definitely looks like a two-digit number, maybe even 32 now. I don't know. And siege tanks going up for Iris right there, but they're not going to do much. That Zila can just rip them apart. And the factory's going down for Iris, so he is not going to be able to make many units anymore. And Bisu definitely has advantage now in this game. And we'll see what happens. Those Zelats are blocking that ramp, so the tanks cannot come down. Not that they could do much even when they got down there. They cannot hit air. So I don't know why Iris is making tanks instead of Goliaths. Maybe his armor went down and I just missed it. That's probably what happened actually. And that command center is going to go down, and Iris is now going to be at 2 bases to Bisu's 3. But I think he did lift that command center he just built and put it down, so maybe it is 3 bases again. And that last factory, not the last factory, the third to last factory for Iris is about to go down, so it's going to leave Iris with 2 factories. So this is very bad for Iris, because I would say my just GG at this point. He does not have that armory up, and he cannot make Goliaths, but oh, maybe he can make Goliaths. He might have rebuilt his armory somewhere, because that Goliath just popped out. But it does not matter. Look at all those Dragoons coming up for Bisu. This is not going to do anything. And even small force of Goliaths like that, 4 Goliaths cannot take down all those carriers. And this is GG. Iris should really GG at this point, but he's not going to do it. He's stubborn, which I really don't think he should be. I think only top players in the world that are really famous and the world knows are the best have the right to stay in the game and actually try to make a comeback, because occasionally they do. But no, I don't think Iris is going to come back from this. He does not have any Ghost with lockdown to lock down those carriers. So no, this is just GG. Stubborn player here. And it is exciting to see Bisu win again. I don't know how good he's been doing lately, but I know he's been doing pretty bad recently. Recently as in with like the past year. So hopefully he is coming back, and Iris finally GG's and Bisu wins. Stay tuned